How big of a surprise was this for you?
How big was a surprise? It was the biggest surprise ever, but, I don't make those decisions, It was shocking. I asked for a November meeting. I guess I got a November meeting. So I guess you got to be careful what you ask for.
What's the story behind that? You asked, what, to kind of get a status update or something?
Nah, they actually came up to me after team photos. We had team photos on Monday. And then Gus walked up to me and said, hey, let's go have that November meeting that you've been wanting. And then when I got there, it wasn't what I wanted to hear. So I just wish it would have went a little different. I felt like I gave a lot to this community, gave a lot to the team, I gave a lot to the organization. I just felt like I should have been there through the end, I guess. I think that's one thing that I'm most hurt about. I wouldn't mind, if I had to take a backseat role or whatever the case. I just feel like I left them boys out to dry. Being a leader in that locker room,
All right, so he would go on to basically just talk about how disappointed he is with having to move on. Something was happening, right, AQ? That's what we all who have ever been in the locker room will see from that particular answer and this particular move from the Indianapolis Colts.
When you start talking publicly, like you said, right, like it starts to be the beginning of the end. And, yeah, like we said before the show, we were talking a little bit about it. It's like this doesn't happen in week 12. It just doesn't happen. You don't just cut a guy who you just gave multiple millions.
Yeah, we're paying Matt Ryan and Darius Leonard now for the rest of the year like $30 million.
Yeah, just wasting money, right?
Yeah, Colts will have $37.97 million in salary cap charges for 2023 for Matt Ryan and Shaquille Leonard. $27.97 million of that was paid out in 2023 salary. That ranks second for top two players in dead cap charges. Giants first, the $41.6 million, and first in cash. Giants as well is second. This is from Jason from Over the Cap, I do believe is the website. So shout out to him for getting us that piece of information. I love Darius Shaquille Leonard.
He was so good.
I enjoy watching him play football. I love the energy that he brought. He was entertaining on a team that was very mundane last year.
Yeah.
Everything that he kind of stood for in Indianapolis was a good thing. But for some reason, Gus Bradley couldn't find a spot for him on the defense. The defense kind of passed him by because he was hurt whenever Gus Bradley instituted the defense. And then Zaire Franklin started doing his thing. And then there was just never whatever reason, couldn't find his way in there. Hopefully he'll go somewhere and have great success. We're all pulling for him.
You would have thought, I mean, listen, I know that Seattle defense better than most. I played against it twice a year for a lot of years. He's a perfect fit for that defense. So the fact that they couldn't figure out a spot for him is insane to me.
It is. It's wild. Who knows?